Hi guys, this is Shweta here from Maths Baron. So today we are here with another video, and this is video for trigonometry class 10th. Okay, so it is aimed for CBSE, but then this chapter is common in ICSE as well. Okay, so let's start. So we are here with trigonometry. Now if I break this word, so basically trigonometry is found with three words: tri, then gono, and then it is metry. Okay, it basically means tri is 3, gonos is side, and metry is measurement. Okay, so it means basically that we are trying to measure the three sides of a triangle. Okay, so that's what trigonometry is all about. So if any two sides are given, we can find the third side, or if the angles are given, we can find the sides. Okay, so this is all related to trigonometry. So we will be dealing with problems where we can find any of the measurements of a triangle. Okay, so now let's start. Now in this figure, if you see that this is a right angle triangle ABC, and the right angle is at angle B. Okay, now we have described the three sides here. So this is the base, AB is the base, and it equals to x. Okay, x units of measurement. So it is, let's say it is centimeter. Okay, x centimeter. Then this is the perpendicular, it measures y centimeter, and r is the hypotenuse, which is the largest side of a right angle triangle. Okay, so based on a right angle triangle, so these are the three ratios we first need to understand. So first is sine theta. Okay, now what is sine theta? So it is the ratio of perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse here is r, which is the largest side of a right angle triangle. So we can write it as perpendicular is given as, so with respect to theta. Okay, so this is your perpendicular. So it is y by r. Okay, so this is the sine theta. Now coming to cosine theta. Cosine theta is the ratio of the base and the hypotenuse. So with this respect to angle theta here, this is our base. Okay, and then obviously this is the hypotenuse, which is the largest side. So we can write it as x by r. Okay, now then another ratio is there, which is tangent theta, and in short we call it tan theta. Okay, so this is actually the ratio of perpendicular and base. Okay, so if you see the perpendicular here, it is y, and base is what? It is x. So it is y by x. And on a careful look, you can also find that it is also the ratio of sine and cosine. So when we take the ratio of sine and cosine theta, you will get y by x here. Okay, so you can also write it as sine theta by cos theta. So tan theta is perpendicular by base and can also be written as the ratio of sine theta and cos theta. Okay, now these are the three main ratios. Using these three ratios, we can find the other three ratios. So using the ratio of sine, cosine and tangent theta, we can find the other three ratios, which is cosecant theta, secant theta and cotangent theta. Okay, so cosecant theta is inverse of sine theta. Okay, so it is 1 by sine theta. So inverse will be hypotenuse by perpendicular. Okay, now secant theta is 1 by cosine theta, or 1 by cos theta in short form. Okay, so if you reverse this, it will be hypotenuse by base, which is equal to r by x. And same thing here, cot theta. Cot theta is again inverse of tan theta. So since here tan theta is equal to y by x, so cot theta will be equal to x by y. And if you see x, it is what? It is base, and then y is the perpendicular. So these are the 6 ratios which are expressed in terms of the three sides of a right angle triangle. Okay, now we will learn about some trigonometric identities. based on which we are going to solve the problems. Okay, so let's move ahead. So these are three important trigonometric identities which I have written on the board. Okay, now these are why these are called identities. Why? Because these are proven things. Okay, so you can, once you know this, you should be able to use in problems. Okay, and you can say that since 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta, you can write that. So it is already proven formulas. Okay, but here let me help you to understand why this are, how you are going to prove it. Okay, so let's start. So first let's start with the first one. So sine theta here. Okay, so if you see this sine theta here, okay, so sine theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. Okay, so we can write sine theta as y by r, y by r, and then this is whole square. Okay, now what about cos theta? So cos theta is actually adjacent by hypotenuse, so it is x by r. Okay, and then it is whole square. Okay, now let's do this. So it is equal to y square by r square, because it is squared, so both will be squared. Then here it is x square by r square. Okay, now since the denominator is common, you can write it as y square plus x square by r square. Alright, now if you see here, this is a right angle triangle. Okay, and y square plus x square, so using Pythagoras theorem, okay, so you know that the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. Okay, so y square plus x square is nothing but r square. Okay, using Pythagoras theorem. So we have used the Pythagoras theorem here. Why? Because it's a right angle triangle. Now y square plus x square is what? R square. Now if you cancel this, it becomes 1. So hence you can prove that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So since it's an identity, you should know how it should be done, but you can use directly in the questions whenever you are solving trigonometric problem, because it's an identity. Now let's move to this question. This says that 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta. So I'll take this part. Okay, so 1 plus tan square. What is tan theta here? So tan theta is nothing but y by x. So it is y by x, and then you square it. Okay, so it implies 1 plus y square and x square. It implies x square plus y square by x square. Okay, now what is x square plus y square? It is nothing but r square. Why? Again using Pythagoras theorem. So this can be written as r square by x square. Okay, x square plus y square is r square here. So r square, if you see that it equals r by x whole square. What is r by x? If you see, r by x is nothing but sec theta. So it is equal to sec theta square. Okay, so hence you can prove that 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta. This is how you are going to prove it. So we are coming to the third identity, where we have to prove that 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So we'll take this one, 1 plus cot square theta. So now 1 plus, what is cot theta here? So cot theta is equal to actually x by y. Okay, so it is equal to cot theta, according to the definition, is equal to x by y, which is adjacent by opposite. Okay, now we square it, so 1 plus x square by y square. Okay, now we are again simplifying it, so this will come here. So it is y square plus x square by y square. Now y square plus x square is nothing but r square. Why? Because the sum of the square of adjacent and opposite is equal to the sum of the square of hypotenuse using Pythagoras theorem. So it is r square by y square. Okay. Now what is r by y? R by y is nothing but cosec theta. So it is cosec theta square. Okay. So using the three sides of a triangle and using Pythagoras theorem, you will be able to prove these identities. Now these are identities. So the thing is, you can directly use in a given problem. Okay. So we will be taking few problems here so that you understand what I was talking about. So we'll start with another question. So the question is, prove that cosec A minus 1 divided by cosec A plus 1 is equal to cos A divided by 1 plus sin A whole square. Okay. So how you are going to start? So the thing is, in this kind of question, you have to understand you already know the answer. Okay. So whatever you feel comfortable, either you can take from this side and come to this side, or you can take from this side and come to this. So anything is fine. Okay. And even another approach is, you can even simplify this and make sure that they come to, so let's say this thing whole is equal to x, and again this whole thing is equal to x, so then you can also prove that it is true. Okay, so but I will take the easier approach. So I am taking this term, okay, and then I will try to form in this form. Okay, so let's start. So cosec A minus 1 is nothing but 1 by sin A, okay. And same thing I have put here, cosec A is 1 by sin A. So after that you simplify. So this will come here. So it becomes 1 minus sin A divided by sin A, and this one becomes 1 plus sin A by sin A. Okay. So after this it becomes 1 minus sin A divided by 1 plus sin A. Okay. Now 1 minus sin A. So I have what left? 1 plus sin A. Okay. Now if you see this, okay, you can see that we have to come to this form, which is square. So what I will do is, I will multiply both numerator and denominator with 1 plus sin A, because when we are multiplying both with the same thing, right, numerator, we are not altering the equation here. Okay. Now what is 1 plus sin A? 1 plus sin A, it is 1 plus sin A whole square. Okay. Now what about this? So you remember the formula, A minus B into A plus B is what? A square minus B square. So it is nothing but 1 minus sin square A. Why? Because A minus B and A plus B is nothing but A square minus B square. Okay. So it is 1 minus sin square. Now if you remember, what is the first identity? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So can we use it here? Yes. So 1 minus sin square theta is nothing but cos square A, because it's in term of angle A. So it is cos square A by 1 plus sin A whole square, and if you see, we have already come to this term. Okay. So it is cos A by 1 plus sin A, and this is equal to whole square. So this is how you are going to prove it. So we can take one term and you can bring it to equal to the other term. So this is how you are going to prove it. So let's do another question. So we are here with another problem. So we have to prove that 1 plus tan square A, and this is whole multiplied by cot A, divided by cosec square A is equal to tan A. Okay. So we will start with this side. Okay, because to bring from this to this is difficult. So we'll try to simplify this and bring it to this form. Okay. So we'll take this side. So what is tan square A? So 1 plus tan square A is nothing but sin A by cos A. Okay. So let's write this. Sin A. So it is sin square A and cos square A. Okay. And this is in bracket. And then what is cot A? It is cos A by sin. Okay, and again cosec square A is nothing but 1 by sin square A. Now let's first simplify this. So we'll add this one here. So it is cos square A plus sin square A, okay, by cos square A, and this is again multiplied with cos A and sin A. Okay, now this is whole is divided by 1 by sin square A. Now if you see here, cos square A and sin square A is what? It is 1 because it's a trigonometric identity. So you can substitute here. So you can write, since cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1, you can give the reason here and you can put. So it is 1 by cos square A, okay, into cos A. So 1 second. Yeah. So into cos A by sin A. So this is separate, just to I'm drawing a line, okay, and then this is whole divided by 1 by sin square A. Okay. Now this gets cancelled. So it is what? It is cos A and sin A, okay, and so it is 1 by cos A sin A, and this is divided by 1, so it becomes sin square A when you simplify this, the whole thing. So this gets cancelled again, so it is sin A by cos A, which is nothing but tan A, okay, hence proved. Okay, so this is how I brought this term equal to this term, okay. And what is this we use? We use all the 3 trigonometric identities which are listed here. So this is how you are going to the solve proof problems, and I think it is one of the most easiest problem to solve. So don't be afraid of it. Practice it, because practice will make you perfect. Okay. So this is we are coming to the end of this video. Do subscribe to the channel, and if you have any question, leave in the comment section, and click on the bell notification so that whenever we upload a new video, you are able to know about it. Thank you for watching this.